Hey there, erotica fan. Thanks for stopping by. You've made a great selection, and I just know you're gonna love this one. We're loading up your story now, and soon you'll be enjoying some fantastically sexy storytelling. But before this story gets you all hot and bothered, and trust me, it will, you should jot down this code, erotic50. No, it's not my phone number. Sorry. It's a special offer code from our friends at adamandeve.com. AdamandEve.com are the #1 suppliers of adult toys and all kinds of sexy goodies. And with the code EROTIC50, you'll get 50% off almost any single item, plus free shipping on your entire order. Just enter the code at the checkout, and you're set. Pretty awesome, huh? And speaking of awesome, your sexy story is now loaded and ready to go. Hold on tight.
My car is dead. Figures it would happen when I'm in a rush. Danny's probably furious. I hope he doesn't think I did this on purpose. It's been such a hectic day already. On this stretch of highway, it took me an hour just to walk to the nearest gas station to call for help. His family already thinks I'm not good enough for him. They don't understand my jokes, my job, my anything. Now, I'm not the only one going to be late to their big annual family get-together, proving how irresponsible I am. But I've dragged Danny away to come pick up sorry me. I was so sure earlier in the week that I wanted to be invited. His mom will be just thrilled. I really do care for Danny. We can talk about everything under the sun and still have something else to say. Danny's really well-rounded, in more ways than one. We just don't always see eye to eye on things. This leads to fights. Some people would call it passion. Hey, need a hand there, little lady? The voice comes from nowhere and snatches me right out of my thoughts. Does every woman pulled over on the side of the road need a man's assistance? You tell me, Danny responds. A little drier than I hoped, but not as annoyed as I feared. He's cleaned up nicely for today. He parks his car in front of mine and gets out. His khakis cling just right. I quickly glance in the mirror. No time for lipstick. Why did I drive with the windows open? My hair must be a mess. Well, it's not like he hasn't seen it worse. He puts his hand on top of the car and looks down at me. His brownish blonde hair is haloed by the bright sky, and his green eyes pierce right through me. His button-down shirt is sharp and crisp. His hands are clean and well-manicured. So different from my own bitten fingernails. I wonder if he's ever stopped to help any other woman on the side of the road. The thought of it actually makes me jealous. So, are you going to tell me what happened? Oh, I don't know. It just kind of stopped. I ramble until I finally hear how stupid I'm sounding. I don't know why I'm feeling so weird. He's making me nervous. It's a strange combination of guilt and frustration and attraction. Are you out of gas? He asks. Why is that the first thing you men always assume? I avoid eye contact. Well, it just so happens that it's not the gas. I lie. It's something else. I knew it was the gas. I'd been watching the line on empty for the last 20 miles. I thought I could wait until exit 19. I couldn't make it to exit 16. Why lie? I guess I just don't want to give him the satisfaction. I let him get in the driver's seat and try turning the car himself. Based on my insisting on the whole gas thing, he decides it must be the battery, and we spend a good, fruitless half hour giving it some juice. His mom calls twice on the cell to see where we are. It's kind of cute to see him insist on no mechanics. He wants to fix the thing himself. Danny hates not being able to solve a problem. I can't help but smile. The tension of earlier is slowly slipping away. Luckily, Danny doesn't realize the source of my amusement. In fact, he hardly seems to notice me at all. So I start to play. A few buttons here, little thong reveal there. Occasionally, I see his eyes divert. It's fun trying to distract him while he's looking so furiously down at the engine. Until today, I didn't even realize he knew how to put oil in a car. He's actually a pretty sexy little grease monkey. After working under the hood for a bit, he removes his button down, revealing a stained undershirt with a hole in the shoulder. It's the funniest thing I've seen in a long time. His perfect put-together look just fell apart. It makes him even more attractive. I kid him about it. It helps relieve his frustration from not being able to get the car started. I ask about the dinner party but get little response. Probably got hell about me, I'm sure. I stand in his way, holding onto the door. My hips tilt to the left. I strike a pose. I was almost glad when you called, he finally says. If I had to answer another question about marrying you... He stops to look at me. Danny hasn't looked at me like this in forever. I forgot how much I liked it. Marrying me? He's caught me off guard. I make my way towards him, drawn like a bug to light, and slip. Some wet grass or something. He tries to catch my arm, but we both just tumble to the ground out of breath. You okay? He asks. He's genuinely concerned. It seems like forever that we've been lying here caught in this moment, seeing each other as if for the first time. A Soul car passes by and honks. Probably some frat boys on their way up to school. Danny's hand is on my hair, my face. I'm out of gas. It takes a second to register. He starts to laugh. In a moment, we are both in hysterics on the ground. He's got a great laugh. Danny makes a move to get up, but I hold on to his belt loop. He looks at me with surprise. Maybe I knocked the part of my brain that chooses to make sense when I fell, but I can't stop myself. Our eyes lock, and I pull him to me. What are you doing? He asks. That's your problem. You talk too much. I press my lips against him hard. Any resistance he thought of putting up is gone. All the stress I've been feeling today is a distant memory. Right now, I just want to be here. My hands reach all over his body. You're crazy, he says breathlessly as he kisses my neck. I like that in a woman. It's been so long since we've been wild. I know that's part of what initially attracted him to me. My tongue moves into his mouth and we begin to play with each other as we start to move in time. We get into rhythm. He moves his hands up under my shirt. He discovers my erect nipples and begins twirling first one, then the other. His hot breath is on my neck. It tickles. I feel his hardness through his pants. My hands freely roam along his hips and end on his backside. I can hear the occasional car driving past. Each one slows down a bit. A few make cat calls. We get some honks, too. I don't care. It makes it more exciting. I love the idea of being seen and watched. And it doesn't slow Danny down any either. God, do I want him. He one-handedly removes my shirt. My bra soon follows. My half-naked body lies against the cold grass. His tongue moves down my torso as he starts slipping off my pants. My panties. In no time, I'm naked before him. He straightens up and drinks me in. The bright sun doesn't hide a thing, and I can tell that he is happy with what he sees. I want to feel him against me, skin against skin. I reach up and pull him back down to me. It's his turn now. Article by article, I undress him, kissing every inch I uncover. I push him back to get a good look. It's only fair. After just a few expert thrusts, I was already so incredibly hot for him, I cry out in ecstasy. When I finally collapse on top of him, he says, "You are never driving with a full tank of gas again."
Wow, how was that? So hot. So fun. You know what's also hot and fun? Ordering something from adamandeve.com. They're so generous with us in bringing these stories to you, but also helping you out with 50% off almost any item on their site and giving you free shipping. Just enter offer code erotic50 at checkout on almost any single item, and you'll see the price go down by half. And shipping is for free. Amazing! Erotic50 is the code. So don't stop listening to these stories. We love you. I'll be waiting.